Short time ago, the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Herbert hooking up with Cook for an LA first. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know what's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Jackson going to keep it running right.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Joey Bosa so strong, able to fight his way in there to make the play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So still 14 yards to go. 2nd down.
To throw is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. Lindsey, 1st down and more than that. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Tucker with the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning it, Hill.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. He's going to wind up and air it out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
On second down, Eckler. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Offense set at the line for this next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defense,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Lindsey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. These two teams all tied after 1. Of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the option right, Herbert. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Herbert.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Slings it to Anders, and it's complete. The tight end has it.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 39, Jackson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. first and 10. It's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Here's Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Asante Samuel.
He's at the 50. Past the 20. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From the 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Lindsey now off the read option.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now it's Lindsey. Lindsey, first down and more than that. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Lindsey now off the read option. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson. Escaping, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have broken the tie.
Well, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. He'll get this to Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Herbert now. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
And Jared Cook's been doing this for a lot of years, the last 2 in New Orleans. The Chargers turned to him after losing Hunter Henry to New England in free agency, and they made a nice decision.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A give, running right, Lindsey. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
103 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Well, for Lamar Jackson, we know all about how dangerous he is running the football, but he can really sling it as well, and he connects on a big one there.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
Open man is Duvernay.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. But I'm not sure this is going to stand. Here's a give to Lindsey. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
And it brings up third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Jalen Guyton was undrafted out of North Texas, but he's carved out a nice little role with this offense, especially when he runs routes like that and makes catches.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 31, Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1.
Quick strike to Eckler.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
option play, and they'll give to Eckler.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Austin Eckler.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He'll dump this one off to Lindsey. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play action. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Sam Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Herbert back to the air. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Well, that's into the hands of Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Running on first down, Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Here's Jackson to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Herbert to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
Herbert.
He sets to fire deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
7 yards to go.
Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 22.
Now Herbert.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And now it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Herbert going to throw.
This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of...
Taking it right down Broadway. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
The return man is Hill.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Throwing, Herbert. And that's caught by Williams. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Herbert on first down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Again, Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Jalen Guyton, the intended receiver.
And it's third down.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To the air again, Herbert.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One last throw here for Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.